19, and Bud was 21, and we were going to get married. And I was planning this real romantic wedding, and I was envisioning myself standing up by Bud, hearing the preacher ask if we wanted to be married and how I would respond. And so I was going to be very dramatic, and when the preacher said, "Are you going to be Bud's wife? Are you ready to marry and be Bud's wife?" And I was going to say, pause, and then, yes. So we went down the aisle and started our wedding vows, and the preacher said, "Will you take this man to be your wedded husband?" And I paused. I breathed in, and I was going to say, yes. And he poked me like that, and everybody yelled and screamed and laughed. So such was my romantic wedding.
So, favorite memory of Pete?
Probably my favorite memory of my dad is him with his motorcycles. He really loved to ride. He has some good friends that did it. He has some pretty cool motorcycles. My only regret is that I never got to ride with him. I didn't start riding until later, and I think it's a shame we didn't get to ride together, but I remember he really enjoyed his motorcycles, and I really enjoyed seeing him ride.
What was your favorite bike he had?
Well, he had two Harleys. I'm not sure. I guess it's Electric Glide. I guess is what it was.
That's the best. Okay, great.
I'm ready.
Okay.
My dad has always been so supportive of me in my sports, and when I was a sophomore, I tried out for the cheerleading team, the pep girl team, and I made it. And he came and picked me up from high school, and he was the most proudest guy. I mean, he was just like on his toes. He was so proud for the simplest thing, but it made me feel so very good. And he was always there for my sports, always there. But he was a proud dad of me and the rest of the kids.
Ready.
Hi, this is Robin. What I'm remembering most about Pete, one of the stories is when I first met him here a year or two ago, I sat down and started talking, and he just got his new set of hearing aids or something, and he's like, hey, cool it, you know, you don't have to yell, and then he alluded to another time about, I said something about, I guess I'm a talker, and he goes, "Oh no, really?" So I just always remember that. We got a good laugh.
Yep, sorry. Just one more time. What
Very sweet man, sweet, kind man.
My goof. Okay, go.
Probably my fondest memories growing up with Dad was Christmas time, where we would pick out the Christmas tree and bring it home and decorate it. The kids, we got to put on the ornaments, but Dad was very picky about the icicles, and only he would do the icicles. And Christmas mornings were wonderful, where one person opened a gift at the one time, and Mom would unwrap each present, saving the wrapping and the ribbons, and we just had a really warm family Christmas. I wish we could have been with all of our family, but my memories are, I definitely cherish memories of Christmas.
One that comes to mind is would be when Karen and I got married, drinking a beer with Pete out in the parking lot of the church, and it was just a fond memory that just like off the top of my head that I can think of that.
Just chemistry.
Yeah, it was great, and we got a real good picture of it where me and Pete were just each with the beer in our hand, and yeah, I'm so lucky to have him as my dad.
Go.
Favorite moment would probably be coming over all the summers during my summer vacation. I always enjoyed spending time here.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
My favorite memory of my grandpa is how we used to watch Teletubbies every day in the morning, and I'd sit on his lap, and he would brush my hair, and we would both eat candy all the time.
Okay. That's part of the fun. Okay, so you answer the thing on.
One of the fondest memories I had as a kid was when Dwayne, my dad, and I would go shooting. We do that just about every weekend for about 3 years. That's when I learned how to shoot, and I still love shooting to this day. He was very strict on his safety, range safety. He taught me almost everything I know about guns, and I really always treasure those moments. Spending with Dwayne, my dad, and myself. We just had a lot of fun doing that.
A favorite story with Grandpa?
I remember it was one Thanksgiving about 10 years ago. I was about 7 or 8 years old. He was telling us a story about he went swimming at a lake with a bunch of his friends, and he decided to go in the buff with all of his friends were all in the buff, and they're all skinny dipping and drinking beer. And then his friend's mom pulls up while they're all skinny dipping, and they all have to get in the car right then and there, and their trunks were on the other side of the lake. And I just remember he was telling me he was really embarrassed and that he had to walk out of the lake naked, and it was his best friend's mom. That was a really good Thanksgiving.